Kenyan Senator Edwin Sifuna has once again made headlines, not for playing it safe, but for speaking boldly, both in parliament and on the continental stage. His most recent remarks have drawn praise, criticism, and everything in between, from Nairobi to Dodoma. In a span of just 1 week, Sifuna has taken over two battles, one against the dishonesty of Kenya's broad-based system of government, and two against the rising disrespect of Kenyan civil society by the Tanzanian political elite. It all started in the Senate when Nairobi Senator took to the floor with one clear message: he will not protect ministers who fail to show up for public accountability, not even if they are from his own party. He said, "The thing called broad-based government, I don't know where it exists. There is only one government in power. Kenya Kwanza government led by President William Ruto. Cabinet secretaries don't serve tribes. They don't serve political tokens. They serve the people of Kenya. All of them. Yet every time a CS stands up, it's to talk about what his people or his religion is getting from the ministry. And the rest of us, we are sitting there asking, who is going to speak for us? We've created a monster speaker, where some people think their job is to explain regional benefits while ignoring the national equity." And then, in one of his memorable moments, Sifuna attacked different cabinet secretaries for prioritizing TV interviews over the Senate hearings. Yesterday, before Inter Milan versus Barcelona match, that was last week, I saw a CS for Treasury being interviewed on Citizen TV. He has time to go to media, but no time for the house. I refused to watch that interview. I switched off the match because what I want to hear from him, I want to hear him not on Citizen TV, but in the cabinet. Sifuna's point is about transparency, real transparency, not just PR, non-scripted interviews with soft questions. This isn't the first time Sifuna has called out both the ruling party and his own party. He has in fact become one of the most consistent voices, reminding politicians that the path they take is to the people, not to their party and not to their leaders. But just as Kenyans were still reacting to that speech, another storm hit, this time from outside the country. In mid-May, just recently, like 2 days ago, around 25th of May, several Kenyans and Ugandan activists were captured, including Boniface Mwangi and Martha Karua. They had traveled to Tanzania to show solidarity with the opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who is facing a controversial treason trial. But instead of a dialogue, they were met with deportation. They were arrested, tortured, put on the plane, then told to stay out of the Tanzanian affairs. These insults were by the Tanzanian MP Joseph Musukuma, speaking to his parliament, where he said, "We have nothing to learn from Kenya. Absolutely nothing. We are ahead of them in politics, in intelligence, and in everything. And by the way, we are not interested in their English." That was from the Tanzanian government in their parliament. This comment was intended to shame and oppose Kenyans. It unleashed a regional firestorm. That's where Senator Sifuna wasted no time in responding. In a sharp and symbolic counterback, Sifuna took to X, formerly known as Twitter, where he announced that tomorrow only Kiswahili will be allowed in parliament, so our Tanzania counterparts can understand us clearly. It wasn't just a shade, it was a strategy. Kiswahili, East Africa's lingua franca, became a tool of both unity and rebuke, a message that East Africans can disagree and even argue, but we still must do it respectfully and in a language no one can twist. By choosing Kiswahili, Sifuna didn't just clap back, he reclaimed the conversation from elite, trying to disguise repression as sovereignty. And this is a deeper message. The Pan-Africanism must go beyond flags, slogans. If activists are silenced in Tanzania, then Kenya cannot be quiet. And if politicians speak in contempt, then Kenya must respond with truth, with clarity, and with pride. These two moments made Sifuna very memorable to Kenya. Sifuna's speech on internal accountability and his Kiswahili statement to Tanzania reveals something very critical. Africa's young leaders are watching and they are not afraid to speak plainly. They are refusing to be loyal to power at the expense of their own people. They are demanding respect because Kenya's democracy, like any other African nation, isn't perfect, but it is a work in progress. A project fueled by civil society, free speech, and courageous individuals. Sifuna's fire may burn some bridges, but maybe that's what we needed to rebuild stronger and to come on firmer ground. Whether you agree with his tone or tactics used, one thing is undeniable. He's forcing conversation many would rather avoid. Do you think MPs were right to deport activists? Was Sifuna's justified in responding the way he did? All those are the important questions we are now asking you. Make sure you respond down in the comments and tell us what you think. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.